I know that last time that I streamed, the sound from the computer was maybe a little bit too loud, so I'm gonna make sure I don't make the same mistake here, but by the look of things, my microphone is the overwhelming one here. So starting in the top right-hand side of the map here, playing as the red orc, it's of course Lin. And his opponents, starting on the bottom left-hand side, playing as the yellow human, it's of course Infi, who had some very impressive group games. I mean, not that Lin wasn't impressive, but Lin took second in his group. So that gave him the lower seed here going into these quarterfinals. I'm a little bit worried about the volume. If we do Control M, hopefully it starts the music. Let me check real quick. Yeah, it should be on. But hopefully it sounds good for you guys. Like, personally, I barely hear the game right now, but I know that if I hear it enough, it means that usually it's too loud for you guys. And obviously you are more important than me. I like the burrow placement here, you know, Tower Rush on tier 2 is very popular. On tier 1 not so much anymore, but then you never know. And having that there, it's gonna make it very hard, like you have to make towers this far, and then even then they can be under threat, like from the units and stuff. So not to be able to make them super close to the town hall is what's gonna make a tower rush much worse against Orc. And Orc as solid as Lin here in this case. Footman scout here early on in the game from Infi, who wants to know what he's up against. I mean, he wants to see whether there is already a second burrow, when the shop's being made, where it's being made, wants to make sure it's a Blade Master, even though, like, you know that Orc are not going to go for farce here. Not everybody's Rotterdam, nobody's Rotterdam actually. It's pretty much everyone else plays with the Blade Master. And for now, it's going to be TH. Sorry, Infi, just clicking on the second map. I don't have any game sound. Okay, yeah. It's on. It's just very quiet for me. We lower it a little bit. I see like a volume bar in OBS, which kind of tells me like where it's at, but it's very hard for me to tell like how it sounds for you guys. So hopefully you can keep me posted on that and everything. More creeping here going on. Ooh, if he can get that water elemental here would be really nice for Lin. But I think, oh yeah, there is no deny, so closing in on level 2 a little bit faster. One of those footmen gonna get ensnared there. That's, oh, he didn't get that actually, that got sniped by these trolls right there. In the meantime, we've got the tech on the way here for Infi. He's still sending a footman across here to try and get a scout with. Third grunt is on the way. But no, that's the second one actually. The second grunt on the way here for Lin. And I guess after he gets another one, usually like you will stop pretty early. 3 or 4 is usually the maximum, so that you can have enough gold to start your structures as soon as you're tier 2. I like when humans do that here. It's spreading out basically in 2 groups. 1 archmage with 1 footman and then 4 footmen on the other side here. You try and do some creeping in multiple places, and at the same time gonna go straight for this camp. It looked like Lin was gonna head there, but now upon realizing that the units are on top left, he's gonna head in that position. He saw it a bit late. Actually, that might expire. Nope. Just before it gets the wind walk to land on this. In the meantime, Infi is obliging on this. Actually, this might give him his level. Oh, Lin's gonna move in there. He could steal everything. Oh, and he gets one of these creeps here. He's gonna get the item, the tome, and maybe the remaining creep. That would have been level 3 as well from Infi here if he had secured that. So now he moves across the map and tries and steal these away here to get level 3, so that he can maybe do a tower rush or at least have water elementals level 2. Will deal a lot better here with an orc prior to them having enough spirit walkers. And then when they finally do, you have a lot of snow anyway. Can slow most of the army. You're going to be able to do well. Level 2 water elemental here finally going to be summoned. It's funny, there is no boots. Right, this guy accepted his fate. Even stopped moving here for a second. Shadow Hunter, now he's going to start. Infi is still trying to do a little bit of harassment. He didn't lose that much wood actually with these. He was very effective with the militia creeping by themselves. A war mill is actually going to start here from Lin. I guess maybe he's afraid of a tower rush because Archmage is already level 3. Keep in mind, that's almost finished here, that tech from the human player. Gonna reach tier 2 in a second. That's gonna... I guess he can cancel that experience gain here by maybe waking up the creeps. Or Lin very patient with it. Lands that snipe here, so he's gonna be inching one step closer here to that level 3. Spirit Lodge and Bestiary on the way here behind this as well. And yes, there was a Beastmaster hired. Trying to kind of keep Lin at home right now. I think he probably wanted to go forward, but he didn't really know when the Shadowhunter was going to come out. So I like the choice by Infi of just pulling back and going for some creeps. If he gets caught though, this is going to be a disaster. And Lin is headed right for him. Left the Blade Master at home to deal with these. Okay, Blade Master not being there actually doesn't make this as bad as it could have been. He's just trying to fight the grunts here. If you can get a couple snipes, it would be really nice. Like, training one footman for one grunt is kind of the dream. One more someone's gonna get sniped. X maybe on the footman? No, not gonna choose to. Just gonna preserve his energy here for now, but in the meantime, that double Arcane Sanctum is up. First two Sorceresses are gonna be on the way. And what do you know? Infi, who has no shop, is gonna go for a tower rush, looks like, with just regular peasants. I think he kind of forgot shop. That's really weird. Leaves even one of the footmen at home. I think he knew Lin would be creeping, maybe using some of his very important healing salves and stuff, and he knows that this is a great pre-Spirit Walker timing, so he's gonna try to get a good fight here now with all of the summons. He already also preserved a lot of the summons that he had available. I think he used like maybe one Quail Beast, and like he still had one Elemental here. With almost, hey, but he already has a second one, Clarity as well on the Archmage. Actually, no, that wasn't Clarity, that was the regen potion that he found earlier, because that's right, he still doesn't have a shop. So Infi finally going for the fight here inside of the base of Lin. Peasants are gonna help a lot with this. He's not making any towers just yet. Here we go, he's gonna start the first one. And Lin is taking a lot of damage, finally getting that level 3 here. Targeting on that Spirit Walker here whenever and wherever he can. Some of these units still being slowed. Blade Master is gonna have to use a potion here, but there is so much. He's chasing him back though. Sorceress is still looking to try and do some work. Blade Master with so much energy. I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't windwalked yet and used the healing salve on it. Hex being used on one of the Sorceresses as well. And he needs to pull back here. You don't want to overextend like this. All of these footmen are super low. I'm a little bit surprised that he hasn't gone and healed. Maybe pulling back now by Infi, creeping this and getting a heal scroll could be nice, because he has a lot of units that are very low, but he's trying to finish it, and that Shadowhunter not really doing anything, still stuck on level 1 with Hex, so that's no heals available. Targeting on one of the Sorceresses, that's level 2 for the Shadowhunter. That's a pretty big deal here. That's gonna allow him to finally go for some heal. Another Hex here on a Sorceress that was rallied but not yet grouped here for Infi, so Lin finally getting some momentum. He's gonna initiate training here on the Spirit Walkers and have a couple disenchant in a second. Trying to get a scroll? No, oh yeah, okay. I thought maybe didn't have enough. That's one dead footman. If he attacks, yeah, he goes for one in the back. I'm gonna be chasing the rest here. Healing scroll being forced very early on. And there is no dust, I believe, yeah. So just being forced back here a little bit. Infi, he could creep one or two camp and then go for another wave of attack. But keep in mind, like, this energy on the Spirit Walkers though is gonna build up, and there's soon gonna be a lot of disenchant, 3 or 4, which can make a big difference against summons, plus his entire army being slowed. So more militia now being rallied across the map. I don't know, I'm not particularly digging the situation here for Infi, because level 2 is finally there on that Shadowhunter. Oh, that's a great item. What, did he sell it? What? Did he already use it and that was cancelled? I didn't see. Level 2 Beastmaster is finally there. And Lin is gonna speed scroll in here to try and reach the back of this army to start and slay some of these casters. Gets one Sorceress immediately. He's gonna get... Whoa, he didn't get that one. That was very close though. That crit was very close to landing. And now all of a sudden, Infi was forced back. And he's just creeping towards his base here. That's gonna get sniped. I think Lin is in a great position here. If he doesn't like really mess up the fights, he should be quite alright. Let's see. Yeah, Shadow is not near level 3 yet, but having this many walkers against Archmage Beastmaster is just great. And you can see like he's super caster heavy, sorry, here is Infi. There is not a single breaker yet. Remember, he didn't have shop for a very long time. He finally made it, so he's getting his first 2 breakers, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Having a Kodo is going to be a pretty big deal here in this army. That's going to give it a lot of extra capability. First disenchant lands, misses the second. These pigs here, but I think he needs to pull back here a little bit. Infi, send some more militia. The army of Lin is actually not that big. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't go for level 3 considering he was this close to it, but I think he wanted to go for a fight before Infi could get even more here. Militia is gonna get slain. Did he turn off slow? Okay, no, he's just actually out of mana here. Kodo hits one of the units here, one of the breakers, a very important one. And finally level 3 on the Shadow Hunter here. That's gonna be level 2 heal available. And Lin, I think he might have done it, unless he really runs out. Ah, yes, he's got quite a few disenchants here still. 2 on this one, 2 on this one, so that's 4 more disenchants available. He's got quite a few heals. Clarity even being used on the Shadow Hunter. He runs away here to try and not get it cancelled. Hex, the 1 footman, that was close, that was so good. The Clarity is gonna last even longer now. And the Blade Master at the front, he's putting in some overtime here, doing a ton of damage. Somehow he used a couple hallucinations as well here on this Blade Master, so that's some tanking capability added extra at the front. He's kind of starting to run out of steam here and run out of mana as well, so Lin's gonna have to pull back. Keep in mind he has a healing scroll, so a speed scroll, so if he really needs to use this, he could just speed scroll away and get out of there. Forgot 1 pin actually. Oh yeah, okay, you don't want to lose this one, especially when it's digesting a breaker still. I think like get a heal scroll, maybe a mana potion here. Clarity is going to be a must, just to make sure he brings back a Shadow Hunter back to full mana, but maybe a mana potion here would be great as well. Yeah, he grabs one just before heading back across the map. Infi knows he has a short window during which he can maybe creep a little bit, so he's going to go for that camp there, but guess what? He's going to get creep jacked in a second, and he's just going to tap out. I think he knew that the creep jack was going to come and that he wasn't going to have enough. Wow, okay. I thought he would at least take this fight, maybe buy a troll berserker and an ogre, but he ends up just leaving and giving up. Pretty tough game here for the Chinese player. He tried to go for a non-shop tower rush, but that just didn't work. Lin was able to hold, and then from there piles on the aggression, goes across the map, wins a very long fight, and eventually takes the win. I'm gonna ask Laufen to keep on hosting. We're gonna be on Turtle Rock up next. That was pretty solid here by Lin. I thought he might be in bigger trouble than he actually was in when that first big push hit. He was fine. No trouble at all for the champ. And maybe it was because of the map, I guess, that Infi like didn't really wanna bother trying to creep any more than that. But yeah, I don't know. It just went like very wrong for him. Apparently the French stream's lagging a bunch. Just checking if they have lone life started. Because without that, that's when you start getting the spikes and stuff. Just making sure everybody's in and then we can get started. And just like that, Lin goes up 1-0 against Infi. 12 minutes game. Solid all around on Amazonia. Which I believe was actually Infi's pick. Yeah, that was Infi's pick. So now gonna be a Lin's pick, Turtle Rock. I've always found Turtle Rock super hard, I think, against Orc personally, but then again, I'm pretty bad on every single map against Orc, so I'm gonna ask in the chat what's the sound. Okay, sound is good apparently. You're just trying to sort the observer. Apparently we might not have enough spots. Alright, we're gonna get going with map number 2 here in a second. Infi against Lin, our first human versus orc of the day. First in the quarterfinals. We're gonna have 2 of the quarterfinals today, that's best of 5s. And then tomorrow 2 more. Next week, Friday, is the semi-finals, best of 7, and then Saturday evening is the grand finals, best of 9. We're gonna be starting at 5 PM from now every single time because it's pretty late for these guys. In China, it's 11 PM, and all of those players that are playing today, they are in China because Lin is there as well. So we don't want them to lag or as little as possible. And we don't want them to play late if we can avoid it. All right. Let's see if that works. Perfect. Starting. Oh, they swap colors. No. All right. I'm just gonna edit these colors. Give me a second. Lin is in blue. And Infi is in red for some reason. All right. Starting in the bottom. Wait, no. I need to edit it 1 second. Yep. Alright, starting in the bottom right hand side of the map, playing as the blue orc, it's of course Lin. A legend. He's won a lot of money here playing this game, and his opponents. Starting in the top left hand side of the map. Opening standard, not really forcing anything, it's of course Infi from China. Interesting actually. Like his peons were like, or his peasants were synchronized in building here all together. His positions, I think, will most likely make Lin happy just because he's a little bit closer, you know, to like this camp and this camp. As opposed to if Infi had been there, then reaching that location there would have been a lot tougher, so. Third farm is on the way here from Infi, and he's gonna completely wall off here. Nothing can go through there. Just making sure he doesn't allow any grunts or Blade Master to basically enter his wall here. Which, to be honest, I think he's pretty smart. He definitely should be doing this most of the time there. And across the map, just before Blade Master comes out, we've got a shop starting. And usually that's when Lin goes for second burrow and then into tech. But if he wanted to, he could just go straight into tech a little bit faster here this time around. Gonna go straight, I think, for this turtle. Nope. He didn't scout. He didn't scout, and he's going... Where is this going? Oh, that's right. On this... I almost forgot that actually on this server you can be close position. So now he sees that it's not close. And he's still going straight for that camp over there. I need to secure that. Get maybe another item. He's already got a circlet. What is it going to be? He gets a ring. Okay, that's probably one of the worst by far. And I think Infi might have been counting on this because he's going straight for an expansion here. Sends a lot of militia. I think it's 7 in total there. This Hitman is going to tank some of the damage. And okay, Lin smells that something's wrong here. So he heads there with the grunt, but Playmaster is super far away because he had to go home, sell that ring and get some healing. In the meantime, 2 additional burrows are going to start there. So keep in mind, there is not going to be a second grunt here to really help against these peasants if he wants to try and slay as many of them as possible. Okay, didn't get that. But he got that one though. Not bad. I didn't see the Archmage go up in experience. Alright, here we go. Peasant slaying round 1. Oh, I like the position where he tries to put some of them in. Yeah, see, he's gonna just evacuate with this one. Forced another Windwalker SAP. Oh, the Town Hall is being targeted. Infi targeting on that Blade Master here, trying to make sure he has to Windwalk out of there, so wouldn't have enough damage here to get it cancelled. He even stopped building the tower here, knowing that he couldn't do that. Oh, can he get it? And he gets it! That was so sick. Oh, he's gonna lose the Blade Master though for it. Gets out of there with one of the grunts. Is he gonna tower rush? Where is he going?
A player's forces are under
Infi!
attack.
What is he doing? He's not taking? Oh, he's gonna tower rush. He's gonna tower rush with level 3 and a Sobi mask. And I think he's gonna make the tower here, like in this area here, or even here. And it's very hard to know, Orlin, that this is coming. See, he's gonna send a grunt here, see nothing. Like now these guys come and they make like a towers, like here or even here. And the burrow cannot shoot this far away. What is he gonna have to do? Like, tier 2 feels almost useless, unless he hires a panda actually. Okay, if this walks back and he buys something like a panda here, he's gonna have a lot of breath of fire to work with. Finally sees this coming, let's see. Where does he make the towers? And I think he needs to buy a panda or something. He starts a Shadow Hunter, that's a mistake. He could buy something here with the tavern. Okay, he's gonna start the towers here in this corner towards the altar and to try and shoot down that that main building of Lin here. Well, Infi. It's the first guard tower. Remember, he made the lumber mill as soon as he left the base. I really think it's a mistake here to try and get Shadow Hunter, but maybe Lin will prove me wrong. It's funny because I had the same instinct as Infi when his Town Hall got cancelled. I was like, tower rush? Because I know I would have. Like, somebody loses his Blade Master level 1 to you and then you have a Sobi mask. It's quite a no-brainer, like you need to go for it. Just gonna say YOLO. You can't spell you on Merlo without YOLO in that case. All of the peasants are dead though, oh my god. So he's gonna get a cancel here on at least one of these towers, maybe even both. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Blade Master going really low in hit points, he needs to heal that, but he has the salve on himself. And the other tower now gets cancelled. That Sobi mask putting in some serious work here with water elementals, but one of those is finally gonna expire there. Infi restarts one of the towers, he needs more militia there. It took so long to send you one, say that's gonna be another cancel. Like, I mean, this is almost as over as it gets here. It's really hard to win from there, I think.
A player's forces are under
Even though grunts are out of position right now, the burrow's gonna help a ton here against all of this. Blade Master is still healing. And another heal is gonna be used here from the Shadow Hunter. Windwalk. He needs to salve that as soon as possible, but didn't have any salves. Healing salves on that Shadow Hunter. Uses a Clarity as well. That blade is really low and has no Windwalk, so you wanna be careful. It's funny how Day is almost up, by the way. Like if his militia there had been there 1 second later. Oh, catapult! Almost getting surrounded. He speed scrolls that to try and get it away. Okay, well, that guy will be trapped on the map for a long time here. Might have to start another one. There's still some supply available.
player's forces are under attack.
Almost fell there. And catapult will come back in position as long as he repairs that. Oh my god! Ooh, that was so close. Blade Master survives. Oversaturation on the gold, but I don't think it matters because right now this just hasn't worked. He could have gone for a cancel, I guess, on the Shadow Hunter, maybe. You don't want to go this way? No! Rip. Okay, well, if some of the towers manage to get up here, this could be a big game changer, but the peasants are dying, and subsequently, everything else is dying, really. Like these grunts getting super low. And he doesn't start another demolisher somehow, he starts another grunt instead. Oh, he started running very late here. When you're being targeted like this, you need to start running very early. Keep in mind there is no hex because he went hill wave first. One tower will get up here. This can still work. Wyvern is started way too late. He should have made a raider. Oh my god, Lin. That looked like a sick hold, but then now all of a sudden it looks like he might be in trouble. For the peasant being targeted. You can move this back a little bit. Yeah. Can I do that? Even the turtles are attacking Lin. Everybody's against him here. This is rigged. Doing a little bit of damage to him. First Wyvern about to come out now, and one of these peons taking a lot of damage. And from there, usually the avalanche of towers completely dominates the orc. I mean, he's just so low. It's so hard for him to defend against this. Some nice target here against some of the peasants, but look at how many there are. Peasants are like cockroaches. You kill one, 10 more appear and ruin your day. And I think that's really what happened there. Unfortunately for Lin, who's having a lot of trouble trying to squeeze out the net upgrade. He sent the Wyvern across. Oh, that's pretty sick actually. And Infi made a tower, but super late. The Archmage being targeted? No! Oh my god. And now he can get demolishers. Keep in mind, like this is being unthreatened, but he's supply locked. He doesn't have a burrow to start anything. What is going on here in this game? I guess Lin wins anyway. I thought he was dead, but somehow that Wyvern going across the map is obviously gonna be super annoying for Infi to deal with, and now getting the Archmage very sloppy by Infi once again. Shadowhunter was level 2, so that's Hex available. He had a mana pot as well. Maybe Infi thought there was no mana, but I wasn't really paying attention. And in this case, that's a big game changer here. From Lin, what just happened? Closing in on level 3 here on his Shadowhunter. I mean, you can remake Archmage all you want. It's gonna be in trouble no matter what. I wonder if you could put the Wyvern there to shoot the peasants without being shot at. Try to find an angle. It would have been so tempting here for the human player to instant revive, but I don't think he was particularly rich, so he didn't. More of the peasants being targeted. Level 3 Shadowhunter. Okay, well, this is bad news. Clarity as well being used. Chain clarities. He's using them all the time, trying to not allow here a 4th tower to go up. I don't think he's going to be able to get it cancelled. No, he does at the last second. Another pretty big deal here. Badblade Master is so tanky. Oh my goodness. Got a Windwalk. A single tower here from Lin is going to go up. He needs demolishers. I really don't think that there is much that... Oh! That Wyvern's getting a bunch of snipes here on the wood peasants. He must have killed quite a few. There's bodies there. Blade still super low. Yeah, demolishers, they will just stand there, shoot at these towers, and nothing can kill them, because even when Archmage comes back, which is gonna take a while, you can just repair the demolishers, and the water elemental will go down eventually. Trying to get another cancel here on that 4th tower. I think this is 2-0 here for Lin. GG. And just like that, the Korean Orc player goes up 2-0 against his opponent, Infi. Really good performance here. I thought Infi had it for a second, but some good old Archmage click did it for the Orc player. Not too shabby. Alright, Twisted Meadows is going to be our next map. Remember, there is no break in between maps, but only in between series, a pretty short one, and then we go immediately into the next one. Wow, I'm starting to be really worried here for Infi. Keep in mind, he shouldn't really have any lag. We're playing on the Chinese server, like supposedly. Neither of them have lag, because Lin lives in China as well, so that's... I wouldn't say it's 0 ping, but it's probably a very low ping here for both players. I would be so disappointed if I lost that game as the human. And I probably would have lost it too. Poor Infi. Because it really feels like he made the right choice too, but... Yeah, like... you kill a blade level 1, you have Archmage level 3 with Sobi Mask, you know you're gonna have extra water elementals to Tower Rush. I think maybe he should have brought more peasants, maybe bring like, I think he brought like 4 maybe. I think bring like 6 or 7 and make extra ones behind, because you know that the peasants, they are gonna be the units that's being targeted. Nobody cares about the footmen. They don't do damage. Yeah, I think targeting peasants is always gonna be a given here, so I think perhaps, yeah, going for that would have been better. Just gonna give you guys a quick bracket update. We've got Lin right now up 2-0 against Infi. Our lone Korean player, by the way. All the Korean players lost. Some of the fans' favorite, like Moon, lost to Happy. And then Ro8 and Remind didn't make it out of the group with the 2 Chinese players. That was Life and Fly, I think. Some very, very interesting results. It's pretty crazy, actually. This Life kid took first in a group with Remind, Ro8 and Fly. Like, I barely even know him, so I know I haven't like super kept up with Warcraft 3, but still, like for a new guy to come in like this, like yeah, you can see like this was the results in Group C. The 2 Chinese dominating the 2 Koreans. And then in Group D, it was 128 Lin that ran the show. Orc Walker not able to find any success. That was a pretty tough group, to be honest. I really wish we could see more of Orc Walker, because I think he's really good. I think if he had another group, maybe a little bit of a less tricky one, he might have been able to do better. But no, all he played was 2 mirror matchups, and he lost both of them. Just making sure everyone's in. Alright, Ro8 is in. Just sorting out the French stream. I think they had a few lags, so they watched from my stream for this series, and then in the next one we're gonna try to get them back in there. That Archmage targets Infi. When I see you, I'll give you a hug, brother. We're all in this together. Our sufferings are the same. Alright, let me make sure I got the... Oh, they reswap colors. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Should have been a quick fix. Bam. Just like that. Starting in the bottom left-hand side of the map here on Twisted Meadows, playing as the red orc. It's of course Lin. And his opponent, he's forcing his Altar. The zoom takes forever in this game, wait. It's of course Infi. Gonna be going straight for this lab over here, but guess what? That rod's here. It leads straight to Babylon, or actually not Babylon, but leads straight to this lab here where he can Ripjack and do some damage. In last game though, Lin didn't peon scout. He scouted only with his hero and a grunt. Well, to be honest, his hero went to creep a camp first, and then later on started going for some harassments. But in this game, he's actually gonna get the right scout here. Oh guys, I'm really afraid for a 3-0 here. I think it might come true in a second if Infi somehow doesn't get very lucky or do something very good. Lin seems to be a big fan of the one single burrows like this, by the way. Wow. I would feel like the unluckiest player in the world here, because he's gonna see the peon as well and know that he's already in trouble. Infi must be thinking, what the hell is going on? This is not fair. Guess what? He's still gonna go for the camp super fast. And the Archmage is out very, very early. So usually what happens is that you can get these two before the blade gets there, but if you wanna get all three, then the militia will expire. And then you're in trouble when the Blade Master comes, because it walks back very slow, and if you just stand there and fight with peons, or peasants, sorry, without militia, they die really quickly. But we'll see when he sends back. Yeah, he's already starting to send back some of these guys. Ping some more, the healthy ones. A little bit longer. He actually did that super well.
Players' forces are under attack.
The Blade Master, the gatekeeper, you can't go home. Trying to slay a lot of these peasants there. I like how this is a perfect wall, by the way, because if the peasants get behind this finish line there, they're home safe. In this case, I think Lin has different plans for these guys. Oh my god, he's already killed somebody. He's almost level 2. Just off sniping peasants. Look at this. Boots of Elden Skin, by the way. Actually, are they called that? Or is it Boots of Quel'Thalas in this game? The game's in Chinese. I think it might be Boots of Quel'Thalas in this game. Is what the Archmage has found one of the worst items on the Archmage, by the way. Compared to like a Rob of Magi or some sort of aura, this is way worse. Even a Sobi Mask would be far better. Archmage being targeted here a little bit. And in the meantime, the tech was super slowed down here by Lin. By killing this many peasants, you force the human player to remake them. So let's look at the tech. He's already a third completed, and human should be starting it now. He's manually bringing back wood here, or what is this?
A player's forces
the race for the boots has begun. Sells the ones that he had, but doesn't get the boots. Oh my god, he's gonna have to staff out. Just in that location. I mean, that's very close to where the blade is, and oh, he's gonna speed scroll just before Windwalk. Look at this guy. Can you? You can't follow in this game, can you? Oh yeah, you can, like this. Let's have some fun. He's gonna force a TP, I think. Look at how small and insignificant the Archmage look in this situation.
Are under attack.
He wakes up the creep, but I mean, that's not gonna matter. You can get out of there very easily. Stealing one of the camps here across, actually, not bad. I'm a little bit surprised that Lin didn't creep with these grunts and stuff. Oh! That was so close. He could have blocked him a little bit more, and then Blade would get there and cut our Archmage in little pieces, but now the Archmage will get boots. That camp was secure. Not only he took that, but he also kind of stole that from Lin, because that's one of the easy camps that Lin could go for later on. Boots are grabbed, and he's gonna try and get out. Yeah, Lin sees the bad news. He can just go for this camp, I think, and get level 3. Oh, it would have been sick if he stole that. But a little bit too late, maybe. Chop. Pretty much up. So actually, he can heal back to full health. Is he gonna staff out first? No. Okay, yeah, he's not healing yet, so maybe he staffs out on this. Actually, he's saving the staff too. Because that would have been more... Okay, never mind.
A town is under
there we go.
siege.
Funny how Lin has no clue as well. He's looking all over the map. He's still level 2. And now that this is being healed... Oh, I think he realized what's happening. He's on the trail. He smells that there is a horse nearby. And he wants to kill the old man that's riding it. I think Bestiary is going to be an easy cancel. Yeah, you don't want to get hit, not even once here. Especially with an Archmage this low already. This could be instant death. Oh wow. The pull is answering a super far away call. Oh, he gets a cancel on the lodge here. Infi getting some good momentum. I don't hate his situation here, really. He got level 3. It was like a bad item, bad position, but he salvaged it very well. And I think that's only because Lin was trying to get his Archmage a little bit too hard. If he had just crept a little bit instead, it would have been so much better in my opinion for him. Who did pick up the claws that was dropped here. So he has it now. Looking to try and cancel some of these salves here, if he can get that. It would be pretty huge. I don't think the bestiary is gonna happen, bro. What does he shop? No towers yet. And he goes for MK actually. Not gonna be any kind of Beastmaster here this time around. How are you going, Water Elemental? Right to your death. Okay, that's gonna be a snipe as well from the blade. That gains even more experience here from this. Lin refuses to creep here in this game. He wants to keep on being aggressive here. On Infi, he's up 2-0, he's feeling confident. But Mountain King, you can't underestimate this little guy, especially when boots are going to be given to him. Hex is used. Oh, this could be very bad for Lin here. If his grunt starts on getting slow here, so close to the human base, then Militia will come in. Deny? Doesn't go for it. He's going to Storm Bolt, I think, the grunts and go straight for these guys. The Sorceress, by the way, cannot get there soon. I'm a little bit surprised that he made a Priest. Usually he would go for double Sorceress, but I think the fact that his Archmage wasn't full on hit points is what encouraged him here to go for that. Lin trying to get a counter attack here on the Mountain King while one of his grunts is being sniped. Uses Dust. Oh my god, that was so close, he almost had Stormbolt. I think that would have been a snipe as well. The clutch snipe here from Lin, that was so sick. Just before the casters got there as well. A little bit of luck here for sure, I think, from Lin, but I mean, he caused his luck here, he made his own luck for sure. By going like this across the map, in a way. And that was a clutch snipe there. Without that, he would have been in a lot of trouble. Did lose one grunt though. In the meantime, Creeping Train is still proceeding here. From Infi, who wants to power level his heroes if you can. Usually you'd want that Mountain King to be getting the experience, but that little guy died, so it's gonna take a little bit of time for him to rejoin the rest of the pack. Usually that's one of the items that you would sell, but if you can get a super buff MK and you know that you're going to be left alone, maybe you can keep it and try and steal some of that mana from the Shadow Hunter, who's going to be the big healing important hero in the opponent's army. Another Kodo yet again here being made from him, by the way. And he gets a Troll Berserker there for some extra damage. Where's he going? He's going to creep Jack. Mountain King is kind of late. Yeah, I think, okay. Mana Potion, oh my god, like, Lin right now wants to get level 3 Shadow Hunter so bad, but he has to heal a little bit as well. Brilliance is so important in this matchup, and I think Infi fully realizes like how well he's doing brilliance-wise, and all of his casters are going super high in mana right now, so I think it's going to be time to go for a fight here soon in a second. Shadow Hunter full on mana, and with the mana pot he's going to be a big threat. What does he do? A little bit hesitant. Level 1 Mountain King is kind of sad, to be honest. Let's see if he sends Militia. Then it will mean that Infi is definitely going for the fight. He might be forced to TP here actually. Yeah. Lin, who was stuck in his army, moves in from behind, and it's going to be very hard to disengage here. Look at this, some of these units are already ensnared. The Militia is going to rejoin, all 6 of them. And some of these units already took a bunch of damage as well. They took a little bit of a beating. Yeah, I think... Yeah, this is so good right now for Lin. What is that? Oh my god. This is not good news here for Infi. This is going to do a lot of extra damage. Peons as well going to join the fight to try and get some extra damage with Spirit Link. Does he have Ensnare? Gonna go for the casters, I think. Mountain King being targeted here. He can't even drop the tower here to try and set himself free. The Priest is in the back, not healing anything, and that's a 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. Lin moves on to the semi-finals with a 3-0 win over Infi here, who had a very strong performance in the group stage. Probably not too happy to have met Lin in the round of 8, but I mean, Lin lost to 120, so it had to be a first against a second place finisher. Maybe a little bit of unluck in the draw. And the Orc player is our first player to make it to the semi-finals. So congratulations to him. I think we're going to head to a break real quick, and when we come back, it's going to be the second semi-finals with TH00 going up against Fly. So see you guys in a minute.